Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the new Uoma Sharon C collection. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. Oh, my little diamond dust bunnies, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you are having a marvelous day so far. I myself am doing very, very good. It is a spectacular day outside, and I woke up and was so excited to film. I do want to say my apologies because Uoma sent this to me. I love Uoma, and I love the person behind this, Sharon C, and they actually sent these goodies to me, but I thought they were skincare, and I was waiting to get through all the products that I was currently using until I unboxed this. Well, I finally unboxed it, and it's not skincare, it's makeup, and then a little bit of skincare. So I'm sorry, I could have had this out like a month or two ago. But like I said, they did send this to me for Frizzle Mahizzle. And one of my favorite things about Uoma is even though they send me stuff, they allow me to be completely honest. Like, I will be real, I don't love everything that they've launched, and I've said that. And this is one of those brands that actually appreciates the feedback. It's not like other brands that'll send me something and I'll be honest and they'll take me off their PR list. But honesty is always the best policy. Also, I'm looking in my monitor and I've got a white shirt on today, but it's like glowing and angelic in my screen. It's weird. Kind of an oxymoron to have Nady and angelic in the same sentence. Anyways, I was first introduced to this indie brand when they launched in Ulta because to me, that is just a huge fucking goal. Like, I want that. I want my shit in stores. And so when I saw they had their stuff in stores, I was like, wow. I reviewed their foundation. It turned out to be fucking amazing and still to this day is one of my absolute favorite foundations. I've tried almost everything that they have. In fact, today we're probably going to do a full face of just this brand, or at least as much as I can. But now the owner of this brand, Sharon, has turned this brand into just a fucking empire. It is beautiful to watch. I love what they represent. They're just a really, really good company. So if you're looking for new stuff and you haven't heard of them, definitely check them out. I don't know exactly what's in this collection. I do know their original foundation, which is this guy right here. It was kind of pricey. I think this is $40. I mean, that's not really that bad because you don't need a fuck ton of it. You just use a little tiny squirtle. So I was never too offended by the price, but now I think this one is like half the price. And I think color-wise, it's a similar concept. They use these colored caps, and depending on the cap color, and that'll judge the shade and the undertone and all that shiz, and it looks like you get the exact same amount, too. They gave me a fabulous little booklet here, but they didn't include prices. Oh, wait, yeah, they did. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, so these little guys, these are makeup wipes that you just run underwater. I guess it's got all the ingredients in them already, but they have argan oil and vitamin E. Ooh, we like that. These are $6. I'm not gonna end up doing like a huge glitzy glam look today. It'll be very, very simple because I do want to test these out. I mean, obviously I want to try the foundation for a few hours, but in the end, I'm going to be wiping it off with this. So daddy is not going to go all out today. Then it looks like we have a few different serums. Ooh, this says it's for all skin types. It's Super Natural Glow, Super C20 serum, and then a Super C10. Oh, it's just more vitamin C and less vitamin C depending on what you might need. It's fast absorbing, lightweight, it protects your skin from environmental stressors, it delivers max hydration and leaves the skin nourished for visibly smooth texture and improved clarity. You're supposed to use 2 to 3 drops and tap it onto your skin before your foundation, so I'm not sure if this is kind of like a primer. Then we have the foundation, which they were very, very on their shit and sent me the exact shades that I actually am, so thank you for that. In fact, thank you for this whole box. This is so damn generous. I am always grateful for any kind of PR. I don't get very much, but from the brands that I do get it from, fuck, I'm grateful, so thank you. And I'm sorry in advance if I raw dog anything, but like I said, honesty is key. And it looks like this actually has quite a few ingredients in it depending on the shade style that you get. There's black pearl, brown sugar, bronze Venus, honey, fair lady, which is what I got, white pearl, but each different undertone has a different cap on it, like I said, but they also have a special ingredient, and this one is cold pressed green coffee extract. Okay, very nice. Other ones also feature vitamin C and marine extract. There's daisy flower extract. There's watermelon rind, apple starch, and lentil fruit. Oh, shit, did they team up with HelloFresh or something? They also have quite a few different shades in there. It's complicated lip tint plus oil plus gloss. These are actually very pretty. Hold on, there's more. One swipe adds a wash of color, 2 to 3 layers, delivers more intensity. You can also put it on your cheeks, your eyelids, or use it as a full face contour. I'm not really certain. Oh no, I guess this one could be maybe a contour. It's very, very warm though, but awfully pretty. Finally, oh my gosh, they sent us a mascara, which has argan oil, castor seed oil, Kalari melon oil, and vitamin V. What the fuck is is a vitamin V5. It's vitamin B5. And this you just use like a normal mascara, but it is $7.99. These lip things I forgot to say are $7. And I think that's all, but on the side they say this is vegan, cruelty-free, it has good vibes, recyclable packaging, no toxic ingredients, premium quality, and most importantly, made for all. We love that. They do say apply 2 to 3 drops of this to your face, blend it in, and then go in with their foundation. So I guess this is a primer. That's what we're gonna use it as today. Oh wait, they also included a cleansing oil, so I'm not sure if maybe this goes with this. Oh fuck no, these alone should be plenty. I guess they have everything in there. So maybe I'll do my eyes with like a cotton swab in this. All right, let's get into this. Also, when I zoom in, just ignore my unibrow. It's a thing. All right, so let's hop in. No, I'm just kidding. I actually kind of like unibrows. I do have one, and I guarantee you mine would look just like that if I didn't do a little bit of plucking here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with a unibrow, honey. You just rock that shit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh my, this is very thick. Oh fuck, it also just like rubbed all into my hands, but they said put it in your hands and then apply it to your face. I'm instead going to apply 1 drop here, 1 drop here, and another drop there. There we go. Oh, wow. It really does smell very similar to like raw honey. Not synthetic honey. This smells very much like beeswax, kind of like musty, but still sweet. It's not offensive at all. I really like it. It smells just like a candle I had growing up. And it was just made out of beeswax. And I think one time I took a bite out of it or something. I was a hungry kid. But that left my face feeling tacky, very similar to other primers. But like this is very, very sticky. And I know I did go in with probably like 6 drops, which is twice the amount that they said. But the first drops literally did sink right into my hands. So I don't think I got much of that. But despite its stickiness, this actually does feel nice and very similar to other primers that I use. If you're gonna use that on its own, I might suggest maybe mixing it with a moisturizer. It might sink into your skin a little bit better and maybe not leave a tacky residue. But even if you use just like 1 drop and just spread that over your face, I think you'd be perfectly fine. And if you're using this at night, who the fuck cares if your face is sticky? If it's a good night, your face will end up sticky anyways. I think today I'm also going to go in with their contour and their squeeze. I will say I don't love their contour. I do have one of their Fair Lady ones and it's still too deep for me and it just dries hella quickly, like way too fast for me, so I don't love it. But the product itself is pretty good. It's just that for me it dries too quickly and it's not quite my shade. And then the squeeze I haven't used in a long time. The last time I used these, my skin was actually pretty fucking dry and they did not work very well on dry skin. Now my skin is much more hydrated. I've had the whole summer to kind of moisten up, so we'll see how it is today. Let's hop into the foundation. Where the fuck did I put it? They were kind enough to send me 3 different shades, Fair Lady T3, 4, and 5. I usually go in with T2N, so maybe we should use T2. Wait, no, they sent 3 through 5, so we'll use 3, which does look a little bit maybe grayer than the one above it. T4, I think, might be a little bit too yellow, and then T5, I think that's just a little bit too dark. Actually, is it? Oh, I can't tell. I'm shit at this. I feel like I'm somewhere in between these. Or maybe I am the more yellowier one. I always pick yellow and it always looks ridiculous on me. No. Okay, I'm not gonna go with that one. Okay, let's go with the lightest one. My skin is very odd because if I go outside for like 5 or 10 minutes, my skin will tan, I'll get freckles, I'll just be a completely different shade. So it's so difficult to know exactly what color I'll be. Like I drove my ass to Ulta the other day, got a foundation that matched me perfectly. I was at like an outdoor mall for like 15 minutes right after that, and by the time I got home, it didn't match me anymore. Like, fuck me up. Anybody else have that problem? Oh no. This, I guess, is medium to full coverage. I like the sound of that. Their other one is also medium to full coverage, although I dare say that is like full to super full coverage. It's so good for literally anything from like weddings to drag queens. It's just the tits. They say for best results, shake before use, then apply onto clean skin with either your fingers or a makeup sponge. Blend out for a skin-like finish and use 1 to 2 drops for light coverage, building from there for a full coverage look. 1 to 2 drops. Damn. That's kind of confusing because this is like a squirty thing, but maybe it'll just give me a tiny little baby pump. And I know they said you could use your fingers with this, but I just don't like putting on my foundation with my hands. I don't know why. It literally does almost the exact same thing as a sponge, but I'm gonna use a sponge. It's a lot cleaner, I guess. Okay, so there's the first little thing that came out. Let me see what comes out with a full pump. Oh, okay. So that's a good amount. Let's just start with that. Ooh, this might actually be a little bit too light for me. Oh, I think it is. Oh, that is way too light for me, but let's see what kind of coverage we can get with this. So let's blend her out. So with just that little pump, I am seeing the redness that I have kind of disappear. Oh, this sponge does stink. She does. It's like a good smell, but might be time to throw this sponge away after this. I don't know. So here we have like 1.5 pumps. I would say that it definitely did add a tiny bit of coverage. Obviously it was too light for me, but even though it wasn't my color, it doesn't look streaky. It's not like super obvious that it's there. I think I just look a little bit more washed out. Let's try the darker one. As far as coverage goes though, this, which isn't very much at all, this is kind of what I would wear on a day-to-day basis. Like I might even mix it with a moisturizer. So I don't mind this, but was that 1.5 pumps medium to full coverage? No, not at all. This is like light-ish coverage. Just enough to make you look a little bit healthier. So let's go in with another single pump. And there we go. Okay, that was another half a one. I'm gonna go in with one more. So we have 3 pumps in total now. And I think this color will probably be a little bit better. I don't know, we'll see. Oh yes, yes. Still maybe a little bit yellow, but I don't even mind because like on my skin, it does look pretty damn great, doesn't it? And it does seem to play in my beardo pretty nicely. I always like to keep this whenever I'm testing a foundation because some foundations really don't blend in the beard very well. I know that isn't an issue for most people watching, but people with beards also like to wear makeup. And the beard test isn't just for people with beards because a lot of people also have pretty thick peach fuzz on their face. And though that isn't a beard, makeup reacts almost the same way to peach fuzz as it does a beard. So I like including that in the test, and this seems to do pretty freaking well. Here is the kind of coverage that we're looking at. It doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything. It did just pretty much sink into my skin, but I'm also not getting a ton of coverage, like a little bit just to kind of balance my colors, but I wouldn't say full coverage. Like we can still see my freckles and my flaws here. Not that I mind that. As I've begun aging, I've kind of migrated from the super fucking heavy full coverage foundation to more of like a sheer but buildable coverage. And I would say that's what this is. Like this is perfectly fine for me. I am satisfied. Slap on a little squee. I think we'd be all set, but merely for shits and giggles alone, they did say that this could be built up. So I'm gonna go in with one more squirt, not 5 more squirts like I usually do, but one fucking squirt. Here we have it. I do think it looks really pretty. It doesn't look like I have anything on my skin. It just sunk right in. So let's try one more little squirt. Here we go. There she is. So this is now, I think, what, 4 squirts? I don't know that if you applied 4 squirts at once that it would look good. I do suggest layering it and building it up, and I'm finding that that really does make this quite pretty because it has a chance to dry down, kind of sink into the skin and look natural. So if you do find yourself attracted to this and you want to invest in it, just know that at least with a sponge, it's not like super duper full coverage. I do think that you could absolutely get it there, maybe with different tools or even your hands, but I'm almost tempted to recommend maybe even combining it with that vitamin C serum and then applying it to your face, maybe with your hands and like rubbing it out like a moisturizer. Oh shit, fucking bloody hell, that is pretty. I dare say this might actually be prettier than the original formula. However, I've always gone in super heavy with the original formula. I don't know that if I went in with this style where I kind of built it up, if it would look the same, but I do think that the other formula offers way more coverage. Like it is truly full coverage, whereas this, it is about medium. Well, until you start layering it up. It's very buildable, but initially it's like light to medium. And unless you apply a few pumps of it, like 4 or 5 pumps, I don't think that you're gonna be able to get it as full coverage as like 1 or 2 pumps of the OG stuff. But I also am pretty sure that this stuff is quite a bit thicker too, so it might have more pigment in it. I am noticing that it does kind of want to settle into my fine lines. I have fine lines, so of course something is gonna settle into there. But it also looks like the kind of foundation where if you don't show expression, which is something I have no idea how the fuck to do, but if you don't like make your forehead go, I see light, I'm even trying not to and it's going up, stop it. If you just let your fucking fine lines be for a minute, I think that this might dry down, but it also might need to be set with powder. I can't quite tell yet. I do really like this. What do you think? Yes? No? You can still see flaws. You can still see underneath my eyes, my freckles, my little acne scars. And it's not like this is like a $40 foundation, so even if you do have to use an extra couple pumps a day to build this up, I still do think it's worth it. But I'm gonna stop right here because I am fully happy with how this looks. Oh my god, it's really soft. I think I really liked using just this as a primer versus a normal primer. My current favorite is my Maybelline Fit Me Poreless Matte whatever. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I love it so fucking much. And it is a little bit cheaper than this, but I think this might be a little bit prettier. It's almost like a thinner formula, although they both are very, very pretty, and they both are pretty affordable too. So I guess for me, they're kind of along the same lines. So if you've tried the Maybelline Fit Me and you like it, this is similar. Not exact, but similar. I think this one actually looks a little bit more natural on the skin, or maybe has a tiny bit more coverage. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to combine the two sometime. That would really be magic. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Uoma Butete Squeeze. Do I have a deeper one? I have White Pearl in T1. It has the purple cap, and then I have Fair Lady in T3. I think because I use T5 foundation, I'm gonna go in with a T3, but maybe I'll mix a little bit of the light shade with it too. I don't know, let's try this. I'm gonna try to go in somewhat sparingly because like I said earlier, I really don't want like a huge look. I always say that and end up looking like a fucking tropical bird. But yeah, let's not use quite as much product today, but I'm curious to see how these will play if they still make my skin look dry. My skin does feel very, very moisturized after that serum and the foundation, so I'm hoping these won't really make my face look dry and crusty, and I think that looks good, right? I'm not fully sold on the coverage because I do feel like it could be a little bit better, but also usually when I use a damp sponge, it ends up soaking quite a bit of the product up, and you kind of have to sacrifice coverage for how good it looks. Now, I'd rather have less coverage and this look airbrushed than have full coverage and just look like I've got two pieces of cake underneath my eyes. Those actually play together very, very nicely. I am happy with this. However, I do want a tiny bit more coverage. Just right under there, like whenever I look at my monitor, all I can see is that. So I'm gonna take one tiny little bloopy right under there and right under there, and I'm just gonna stipple it in so I can truly get the coverage. See that? That is pretty. I am starting to reach the point with this Squeeze where it does look a little bit dry under my eyes. So I think this is probably the max amount that I would be able to apply, which really was a lot. I kind of regret blending that first bit out with that sponge. I should have used this like I always do. And I probably would have been able to save a little bit more product, but here we have all of that together. I think this looks stunning. And this is something I'd be totally comfortable wearing. I feel like people would be like, is he wearing makeup or did he just get good sleep and eat his vegetables? Okay, so here's my contour. It is way, way, way too deep for me, but I'm just gonna use a teeny tiny bit of it before I powder my face. I'm just gonna go right there and maybe a few little drops right here and just go on half of my face because otherwise this will dry the hell out. Maybe if I do go and get my correct shades, it might work a little bit easier for me because like right now, it is blending out fabulously. I think it's just a product that you have to work with it in sections. There's nothing wrong with that, but I usually find that a cream product like this typically looks the exact same as when I apply a powder product, so I just go for the powder product. But there is that. I mean, it's pretty. It actually looks a bit more like a bronzer than anything, which I don't mind. I'm just really fucking happy that I was able to blend it out. It blended out very, very easily this time, so yay! Oopsie, that may have been a little bit too much around the jaw area. I'm like blending it down and my neck is turning orange. Sparing is caring with this, I guess. Ooh, damn. Okay, I'm switching to a brush because that blender just like soaked up all of the product and now anywhere that I tap it is just like dark. Okay, well today I have a super duper contoured nose. Would you look at that? All right, well, I mean, my contour to me is just a little bit too warm and a little bit too heavy, but we kind of went into this thinking that it might be, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set everything starting underneath my eyes. And I am going in with some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I'm gonna take this all over my face. I'm pretty sure this is gonna end up lightening that contour a little bit, so I'm really not mad at how my face looks. Try to lighten my little jaw and jowl contour. I don't think the contour looks too deep now. It just added a nice sun-kissed glow to my skin. I like all this. My skin just looks naturally more healthy. I do need a little bit of highlighter and stuff because my glow kind of went away, but I do really like the way this looks. I feel like this is probably a more universal product because normally the foundations that I like are what I said, the super full coverage foundation, and most people don't like those, I think. I mean, maybe they do. I am very, very impressed. So I am just going to do a very simple eye look today, and then we can continue with the other products. Normally I would prime with my Clean Canvas by Jordan Cosmetics, but today I'm just gonna go in with the Squeeze. And I'm torn between which of their palettes to use. There's the Poise palette or the Savage palette. I think I really want some kind of a blue shimmer on my eyes. I'm kind of feeling a monochromatic blue moment, so I'm gonna dip into the Savage palette into Storm, and I'm pretty much just gonna place this all over the eye and blend it upwards. Just like that, ever so softly blending this out. Very nice, very easy, shit. And what the hell, we're just gonna blend that right on the lower lash. Oh my god, the amount of people that get pissed over the big ass brushes that I use on the lower lash, it is just astronomical. But the look always turns out right, ish, sometimes, maybe not, I don't know. Then I'm just gonna build that up with a little bit of electric blue. I'm gonna place that right underneath where I just laid that. On a slightly smaller brush, I'm gonna bring a little bit to the lower lash and just combine the upper and the lower. And then back into the Savage palette, I'm gonna dip into some Fierce and just pack that shit right on the inner like 2/3 of the eye. Ooh, that is beautiful. Yes, love a glossy look, and this is totally giving me that stunning, absolutely stunning. And I really love this shadow. It's kind of gritty, almost like a glitter, but it's actually sticking. Like there's no fallout underneath my eyes, but it has that super shimmery, glittery look and feel, but it's not like jelly. That's interesting. I really like it. Also, whatever undertone it has is very silver. It's almost like silver glitter that's put in a blue matte. I'm gonna highlight with this beautiful blue in my ABH Aurora palette. I feel like I've been using this thing a lot lately and I almost got rid of it, but we will take that right there and kind of drag it to the lower lash. Quick line with ColourPop's Prance. I feel like I've been using this one a lot too lately. And then we'll give a quick line with Hank and Henry's Blickety Blue. Oh, one side really fucking bled because my allergies are just fucking me up today. Not really too mad at it because I am just gonna be wiping this off shortly. But watery eyes and liquid liner are just never a good combination. I'm also gonna add a little bit of Poplux Pure Life to the inner corner because it's not quite as highlighty as I want it to be. Fuck, now it just looks like an ice rink there. Damn. Now I want to try the mascara. This is the Level Up Batter Boom. Ooh, that has a nice thick wand to it. We love it thick, and here we go. I always like to start on the lower lashes so it doesn't transfer to my top lid. Instantly, I can tell that if you do actually have lashes, which I really don't, but if you do, this will make them hella long because this kind of gave me lashes. It's not like the smoothest formula ever. It's a little bit on the clumpy side, which I think is just gonna add like thickness and volume. It's not the kind of clumpy that's like spider leggy. Oh, fucking watery eyes. That is actually very nice. It's making my eyelashes visible, which is kind of a feat in itself because I don't really have that many lashes. Like I still clearly need falsies, but as far as mascaras go, this is doing a pretty good job. It's separating each lash. Like I said, it is pretty thick, but I kind of like that over the watery formulas because I only have to go in with one coat on this. And it really covered each lash. Like they are black, they are thick, they are fucking there. Very pretty. Okay, the mascara was $8. Oh fuck, well that's great. That's very affordable. I'll let you know in a little bit if I see any kind of black flecks falling out underneath my eyes. But so far, that actually did a really good job, even if you don't have very thick or lush or plentiful lashes. Like myself. For lashes, I'm going in with the Real King Bob Imperial lashes, which I'm now seeing are covered with like red glitter. I should have cleaned that, but too late now. They're still beautiful. So, you know, if I had a mascara that made my natural lashes look like this, that would be a fucking miraculous product that I'd stand behind. Pretty sure that doesn't exist. I also got this Uoma Butete High Life palette, which I'm just opening, and this is fucking beautiful. Look at the imprints. Classy shit right there. And this is also a contour palette, but I think this might be a little bit too light for me right now. But this blush is gorgeous. It's like a duochrome that goes from like a peachy pink to a gold. And these highlighters are just, damn, chef's kiss. Before I highlight, let's go in with some cheeky glow right here, and I'm gonna use that as a blush, ready, right there. Also, am I using a broken ass brush? Yes, I can't find the handle to this, but I love this brush. I did apply another blush underneath this, but I didn't even know I had this until I saw it. I quite like that. That gave my skin like the nice dewiness that it was missing. Then for a highlighter, let's do Glow Up Remix. Oh my god, I don't even want to dip my brush into it because it's just so pretty, which it's actually not picking anything up. Maybe this isn't a good brush for it. Yes, a little bit. It's definitely there, but now it has to compete with that blush. Oh, I like that. It's also pressed very, very tightly, so it is a little bit difficult to pick up on a fluffier brush. I'm not gonna use a setting spray today just in case it fucks with my foundation, but if I were to use this again, I would probably spray my face and then use this over something damp because it does really need something to stick to. I mean, it did an okay job, but I think just for that little extra security, you'd want it over something moist and then maybe even set it again. But I don't think you have to do that. I think that would just really lock it into place. Otherwise, that's really nice. A little bit on the chunky glittery side, but still, it does give a nice glow to the skin. So these are what we have left, and I totally forgot to swatch these. But let's just feel a couple of these before I put them on my lips. This is Classy. Very, very pretty red. Oh my God, you know what that looks like? Honestly, it looks exactly like blood. Freaky. And it doesn't have a fragrance that I can tell. Then we have Casually Lit. We'll place that right above there. These actually have a decent amount of color to them. By the way they described this, I thought it'd be really freaking sheer. Maybe it will be on the lips when I don't apply it so thickly. And here is Mischief. Then we have the final three up there, which are Softy, Boasty, and Ping. Very, very pretty colors. This second one in almost looks kind of orangey. I'm really digging them all. Quite an interesting texture too. It's not a gloss, it's not an oil, and it's not a lipstick, which is exactly like what they said. But are they a stain? Yes. Oh, y'all, I honestly don't want a stain on my lips. But I also want to see if these will come off at all with the makeup wipes that they sent, so let's try it. I think I'm gonna mix Mischief and Classy. Let's go in with this dustier one first. Ooh. It honestly just feels as though you're putting on water, and then it kind of dries down to, I don't know exactly what it feels like. Maybe like a liquid lipstick, but a liquid lipstick that is extremely weightless. Because I can tell there's something there, but it's not the same thick texture that a lipstick typically gives you. Definitely does have a little bit of pigment to it. Like, that is pretty. In fact, I missed part of my lip. Whoops. And they did suggest layering it up, so I'm gonna go in with this red one now. My God, I'm gonna look like a fucking flag. Okay. Same feeling. You know what it actually feels like? Similar to water-based lube. You know how after you rub it on your skin for just a little while, it kind of disappears and turns into nothing? That's very similar to how this feels. One thing that I am noticing though, oh God, it is turning my teeth red. Maybe I just used this wrong. I totally could have, but it's kind of gathering around the outer parameters of my lips. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to wear this and then wipe it off with something just to get all that residue off, but I really like this bright red one. So I'm gonna apply another layer. They did say for maximum coverage, go in with at least 3 layers. With the 3 layers that I have on now, it resembles kind of like a sheer cream lipstick, but it is so fucking comfortable. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my lips. They aren't dry, they aren't moisturized, they just are my lips. Actually, no, they do feel a little bit moisturized. I take that back. Slightly oily, which they did say this isn't oil, so that makes sense. Just for fun, I'm gonna take a little bit of this kind of pinkier one. Oh, I think I like that a little bit more. Well, there we go. I mean, this is so uneven on my lips. Fuck. And here's our final look. I've actually been wearing this foundation for several hours. I've kind of been sitting down doing my makeup and coming back. And so this is how she looks after quite a few hours of wearing, and I'm very, very impressed. I will say, I don't think I love that highlighter because it really did seem to go abso-fucking-lutely everywhere, but the glitter on my eyes has stayed pretty nicely. There is a little bit of it kind of here and there underneath my eyes, but that is to be expected if I don't put it over something sticky. But the mascara seems to be holding up pretty well. There are just a couple little flecks here and there of mascara, little black spots on my face, but some mascaras just like fall all over my face. So in terms of affordable mascaras, I would say this is pretty damn good. The foundation, honestly, Maybelline kind of has a little bit of competition with this one because this looks beautiful. The way it's sitting on my skin is honestly just heavenly. It gave me the perfect amount of buildable coverage to still have flawed skin, but have better looking skin. It played really well with that concealer that normally doesn't work that great for me. Even the contour that I don't normally love because of the color, it looks decent. I love the lip product. I don't love the color combination that I have going on, but the actual product is what we're here testing out. I am just gonna blot this because it does still seem to be gathering around my lips. So let me see if I blot it, if it kind of stays that color. Well, it looks more like I drank Kool-Aid, which I think is the point of a lip stain. I don't usually fuck with lip stains, but I think this is doing the thing that it's intended to do. I'm just not a huge fan of like sheer lip products. I'm an all or nothing kind of bitch, but it's not like these are bad. Like, if you enjoy a good lip stain, I think you would love these. And comfort-wise, like, it doesn't feel like there's anything on there. Even though it's not necessarily something that I would use, it is still good. So I'm actually really happy about this collection. Like I said, I am not here to suck anybody's ass. I will give you 100% honest feedback. And I do really like this collection. Not all of it is necessarily for me, but I do like that as a whole, this collection is kind of more on the natural looking, more sheer side, or at least that's where it starts. And then you have the option to build up and still have it look good. And so when they said this collection is for everyone, it kind of is, whether you like full coverage or you like light coverage. Plus, it's very affordable. I mean, by far my favorite favorite products out of this is the serum and the foundation. Those to me are so fucking worth it. The mascara is good, especially for the price. The lip products are good if you're into that kind of thing. I'm very impressed. I think this is available maybe at Walmart. I know they have it at Walmart because I was shopping there with my grandma and I saw Sharon's display and I texted her a picture. I was like, you go, girl. So it definitely is available in stores if you want to go and check it out. But if you're shopping for either their foundation or can squeeze, definitely go in person. That is not something that I would fuck with online because their shade range is so extensive and the undertones are really quite expansive as well. Let's try these little makeup thingies. How do you get this undone? They are a little bit on the thick side. They almost look a little bit medical. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can actually see the ingredients or the oil or whatever is in this kind of peppered in there. They do have a nice fresh fragrance, but this really just feels like a cotton pad. Okay, so I'm gonna go get this wet and we can take everything off. And I do see a few little suds going on. Let me see if this'll wipe off. Oh my gosh, it kind of is taking away the stain. Let me take these lashes off. Thank you, King Bob. And nope, I guess that's supposed to stay together. But here we go. We'll see if this actually works. Wow. Don't know if one side is better than the other, but it seems to be doing good. And that took off my base face very nicely. It is completely covered. And then I have a little bit more room up here in the corner for my eyes. We'll see if that works. Oh no, I think I might need that other makeup remover for this. I think my face is a tiny bit too made up for just one of these. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Actually, that got almost everything off. I do still have a little bit of blue under there, but I'm gonna go over this with one more skin wipe. Oh, my eyes burned. Maybe this isn't made for the eyes. Or maybe it's because glitter is now attached to my retina. That's actually really fucking impressive. Oh wait, there's still a little bit of white right there. I gotta dirty it. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a face cleansing wipe. Hold on. At this point, instead of one of these, I'd normally go in with a full-blown cleanser and like actually wash my face, but I don't feel like doing that right now. So we're just gonna use a vitamin C wipe. Actually, don't think I even got my neck with that wipe. So maybe you have to use two. I don't know. It's not like they're luxuriously priced that you can't use two. I just thought maybe I'd be able to do my whole face with one. But if you use like a balm makeup remover or maybe even a micellar water and you just apply that to your skin first and let it sit there, then I think with just one of those little pad things, you'd be able to wipe your whole face off. Okay, my loves, there you go. This was so much fun. I've missed makeup. Thank you so much for being here. I just love having you. Also, huge thanks to Uoma Butete for sending this my way. I love you. You're doing great, sweetie. Thank you for allowing me to be honest and still send me stuff. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early. You get Patreon only content. Plus, best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy, just like me. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, will be available again soon at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!